And I also get told there's no way you went to Harvard. You're lying. We're swimming in ableism all the time, but a lot of people don't notice it.
Hey gorgies, and welcome back to my channel. The other day I had such a fabulous chat with one amazing lady, and I am so excited to introduce you to her in today's video. Haben Girma is fabulous. She's the first ever deaf-blind woman to graduate from Harvard Law. She's a White House champion of change. She's got a spot on the Forbes 30 under 30 list, and she's received a Helen Keller Achievement Award. I thought it was so important to connect with Haben today. We are women after a similar goal. We're both disability activists. And as you guys know, I'm all over TikTok spreading the blind message. How does a blind girl do this, that and the other? So I was scrolling through TikTok, as you do, and I came across lots and lots of videos of teenagers, adults alike, accusing Helen Keller, a thought leader, a trailblazer, a scholar, an academic, of faking her disability. It shocked me to my core because she is an icon. She made me believe in myself because I'm a woman who has a disability. She made me believe that I can do things and I can achieve. So when I was seeing all of these videos, I had to speak out about this. So I did a few TikTok videos on it, but I thought, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And the lovely Amy Kavanagh connected me and Haben, and honestly, it was the best thing she could have done because I am so happy to be talking to her in this video, for you guys to hear what she has to say. She's a fabulous lady. I really enjoyed our chat, and yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the video. So today I am with the amazing Haben. Hello! And Haben, how are you communicating with me on YouTube and TikTok today?
Hi, Lizzie. Hi, everyone. Communication is critical. I'm deafblind. I'm voicing for myself. A lot of people ask, how do you communicate when you can't hear? There's lots of diversity in the deaf community. So I'm using my own voice, but to know what Lucy is saying, I'm using a Braille computer. I'm holding it up. Those of you who know tech, it's a Braille note, and there are Braille dots along the bottom. So I'm reading as Lucy speaks, and I have a typist who's typing down what Lucy's saying. So that's what we're doing for communication. There might be a slight delay between when you speak, Lucy, and when I respond, and that's because the communication is still coming through.
Oh, I love that. And I think it's so amazing to highlight different ways of communication because this world is so diverse. It's so interesting to hear how you do it, Haben. And for me, I am completely blind and I communicate with the world through my ears and through my fingers. So at the moment I'm hearing Haben via Zoom, but I can't see the screen at all. Also, I want to start by us describing what we're wearing. So Haben, you take it away, hun. What do you look like? Tell the viewers.
So I'll start with myself and then move into my background. I'm a Black Eritrean American woman, and my hair is pulled in a bun to the side. I'm wearing a soft black sweater, sitting on a black sofa, and there's a white wall behind me. All right, your turn.
Love it. Thank you so much for describing that, Haben. So I am a white British woman and I have bright red hair, almost like a flame, and I have a lovely flowy shirt on, that's grey. And behind me, I've got a bright yellow wall. So if you can imagine the most brightest, happiest sun of all, that's what my vibe is. That's what my brand's about. We started our chat by talking about the word inspiration, the stigma surrounding it, and what it means to be inspirational when you have a disability.
I want to pause and address the word inspiration. That word is sometimes problematic because for a lot of us disabled people, blind people, we get called inspiring for tying our shoes, for brushing our teeth, for doing things that should not be considered inspiring.
Yeah.
And it gets frustrating.
Yeah.
Then there are achievements that truly are inspiring. But when you use the same word for brushing your teeth as graduating from a university, that's problematic. So I always ask people, what are you inspired to do? I love inspiration when it leads to action.
Yeah.
And my hope is that my work, I'm a disability advocate in the United States. I'm constantly urging tech companies to make their products and services fully accessible to disabled people, or urging schools to make their programs more accessible for disabled students. And if people feel inspired by my story, I ask, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Pick a barrier, pick a problem, and feel inspired to remove that barrier so more people have inclusion.
We went on to chat about all the ways social media can harm the reputation of disabled people and what you should do if you do see a piece of educational content from a disabled content creator.
I do use social media, mostly Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And sometimes there are comments that are very condescending. And it tells me more about that individual's low expectations rather than my abilities. And I keep that in mind. And I hope my videos and photos teach people to raise their expectations for disabled people. There's definitely a time and place for informational disability videos. Like, this is how I tie my shoes, or this is how I brush my teeth. If people are learning and growing for that, but build up your expectations. Know that blind people have alternative techniques, and those techniques are equal in value to mainstream techniques.
We then started our discussion on Helen Keller, who she was and why denying her work is so harmful.
This has been going on for over 100 years.
Yeah.
Helen Keller documented multiple times in her life when she was told, you're lying, you're a fraud, there's no way you actually exist. You are a sighted hearing woman pretending to be deafblind. She got that. Helen Keller experienced that her entire life. She lived for 87 years from 1880 to 1968. And there was a constant stream of, there's no way you could do this. And her response was, oh, the doubters, don't listen to them. I know what I can do. And it comes to me because I'm also deafblind. And I also get told, there's no way you went to Harvard. You're lying. Or there's no way you could do X, Y, and Z because deafblind people can't do that. And even though there's so much documentation, videos, articles, people still refuse to believe, and that's frustrating.
I truly believe that on your strongest moments, you can come out and bat against the negativity that keeps coming towards our activism, our beliefs, and ourselves.
I'm curious now, does this happen to you? Do people comment saying, there's no way you, Lucy, a blind woman, could do X, Y, Z?
All of the time. And I think that's why I ask you, is every day a challenge in a way, in terms of having to fight away those comments, because people still do believe this in 2021, but there must be an end. What can we do to change the narrative? Maybe it isn't social media, maybe it is more of a movement.
One thing that would really help would be for schools to do a better job teaching students about disability history.
Yeah.
A few years ago, the state of Texas, considered removing Helen Keller from their K-12 curriculum. That would have reduced the number of students who learn about disability. Oftentimes, Helen's story is the only story taught about disability. So schools need significantly more disability stories. And if people grew up learning about Braille, disability rights, sign language, then when they come across your video or my video, they won't be shocked because they'll already have the educational foundation to process this new information.
Yeah, completely. And I think that's when we will see a shift in attitudes, not only social media with the viral videos, but with the comments underneath. This word disability is negative in many senses. And I just wondered how you like to identify and what you think of the word disabled.
I am disabled. No shame, no fear. I'm disabled. And for me, that word is connected to civil rights.
Yeah.
Americans with Disabilities Act, Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. There are many civil rights laws that use the word disabled. So it connects me to equality, justice, civil rights protections. It also connects me to a community of incredible people like Lucy and many others. So I feel honored to be part of this community. I know there's a lot of stigma attached to the word disabled. The word is not the problem. The stigma is the problem. And the way we address the stigma is through educational content, like this video. I also wrote a book. Words are really important to me. So I wrote a book capturing my own experiences struggling with discrimination and racism and sexism and how those connect to disability-based discrimination. And that book is called Haben, the Deaf-Blind Woman Who Conquered Harvard Law. I didn't conquer my disability. I'm still disabled. What I conquered was Harvard Law. And they still have more work to do to become more inclusive.
I think that's so important. Honestly, hearing your words is like, we're just so on the same wavelength. I don't want disability or conquering or overcoming to be negative words. We need to reclaim them. And that is what you're doing with your book.
I do hope my book and these interviews teach people the word ableism. Ableism is the assumption that disabled people are inferior. Ableism appears as beliefs and also actions that hold disabled people back. It's widespread. We're swimming in ableism all the time, but a lot of people don't notice it. A lot of people consider it normal to treat disabled people as inferior, but that needs to change. And we can change it by first noticing when it's happening. Learn to identify ableism and then work on resisting and removing it.
It's interesting from my perspective as well, Haben, that navigating these things as a blind woman can be hard to feel like you're not making a fuss or an issue, and distinguishing what ableism is. Do you feel that yourself?
A lot of times it's hidden.
Yeah.
I have been denied for employment opportunities, and I asked, "Are you telling me to leave because I'm blind?" And they said, oh no, it has nothing to do with blindness. And they gave another reason. A lot of times it's hidden like that. And that's incredibly frustrating. But even when it's hidden, it's ableism.
Yeah.
As disabled people, we experience it all the time, and we develop a sense for ableism. So sometimes we feel it, we know it's happening, even if the person isn't directly saying that I'm discriminating against you because you're blind.
Yeah, yeah. And I think this isn't easy to say, but I think when I first started jumping in taxis and being refused entry, I would, run back home and cry. You do develop this fight and this ability to challenge in a way that you have never felt before, because you get the drive and determination because you want to change something. And I believe that's what a true activist is.
Yes, yes. So first it was just about me, and I felt trapped and like nothing could be done. But then once I stopped thinking just about me and thought about the next time that taxi driver refused access to another disabled person, that made me more angry. I did not want discriminatory drivers to continue denying access to disabled people. And that's what fuels activism, recognizing it's not just you, it's the entire community. So when you advocate, you help all the people who come after you.
Yeah, definitely. I guess one takeaway from trying to reclaim this such a negative and horrific tag that occurred with such a thought leader in our community, Helen Keller, what would you say to those as a lasting message that still believe that her work, didn't make a change, or her existence still should be questioned? What would you say to those people?
I tell them to do their research, go read articles, go watch videos.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Haben. I've so enjoyed talking to you today. I really appreciate you coming on, and I can't wait to post this video and share your amazing words with my followers.
Thanks for having me on the show. I really appreciate this, and I hope we can connect in person someday when it's safe to travel again. I love visiting London.
Oh, Haben, you are so welcome over here anytime. Just my front door is open.
That's incredibly generous of you.
I better.
Thanks again for having me on your show, Lucy, and I look forward to sharing the link.
Oh, that's no problem. It's my pleasure, and we'll speak very soon. Bye-bye now.
Bye for now.
I really enjoyed sitting down and chatting to Haben. It was such an amazing honour to hear what she had to say about what was happening with this Helen Keller hashtag. It's so important to me to highlight this type of thing when it does crop up on the internet, because I think it's so damaging for our community. Please comment down below if you have any suggestions of video topics you would like me to discuss in future videos, people you want me to interview, other video suggestions would be greatly appreciated. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you see every time I upload a video. And I do all sorts of content on here, so blind makeup artistry, I do react videos, and I do advocacy work all about blindness. So if you like what I do, please consider subscribing. I would absolutely love that. As I said earlier, I would love if you could comment down below, like this video if you did enjoy watching it and enjoy my content. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week for a new one. Bye!